Oh, okay. It can lead to depressive symptoms, right? Say, oh, baby, tropical, say like Ghana, Florida, and I say maybe a real type boy, you may not see it. So, oh, baby, a real end time boy, especially depending on the season and the year, you see that a lot. And there's something called seasonal affective disorder, which means the seasons in this sign. It also affects the mood of individuals. So some imbalances such as vitamin D, yes, even TSA, thyroid stimulating hormone, and also no, yes, there are quite a few of them. A bit may affect your mood,
Okay.
and also even generally no hormonal imbalances. A bit may cause it. Into a man be on so they also tend to have some symptoms.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. It's also a class at the Friends of Startups and link not to so on and also yeah chat room yeah discussing anything that has to do with startups and what issues with your app, yeah, or join the family page now, bit me ebusa. And I said if you want to discuss topics that has to be on the show now, or join the HITV link as well. Bibia Bekoso Kama. Emre says greetings. I am in the US. Would you mind sharing in English, please, sir? Thank you kindly. Yeah, Emre, we would love to run another section strictly in English when it comes to mental health. But this show, for the purpose of our special guest, is run in both English and Tree. And if you realize the doctor among us and also the other guest, they are both speaking English. So I would say you have to follow up with it today. But we'll bring you a full package of English and mental health again, as usual. Every quarter we try to bring you something like that. Kojo Frimpo says, at what point in your mental health must one start seeking helping? Because we can go through difficult times every time. Question we remember Kweku Meno answer Dr. Philaba. Kweku. Kweku Temeka.
Kwaku.
Kweku ni so dia. Or say, Kojo Frimpo say, at what point in your mental health must one start seeking helping? Because we can go through difficult times every time.
No, I'm saying a freezy.
Kweku freezy oh.
PK.
Yeah, who freezy?
What me ka say?
Me too, Kapa. Kojo Frimpong say, at what point in your mental health must one start seeking helping or start seeking help? Because we can go through difficult times every time.
Sebia, tembia ne de esi.
Yi. Tembia ne de ebobo. Uti ya pa. Kojo Frimpong say, Emre Ben.
Beba. Emre Ben no. O say life no depression to meet you anytime bia o.
Okay.
Obi kura betimi di sika ko business mo ama depression ache no. But the problem is nipa na wo bobo ama where you were free side depression and I said the oko church was a match and kura na problem. And no cry a problem. The oko ka was a match no. Because obi depression efa wadim. And one lead to broken heart na depression abefa no abejim. So on said identity. It is all life ya ko ya. Obi kura timi di sika ko business bi. Net are breaking it down but ni nyina ne say wo momu no wo nipa no obeti ewiase we ya wo mu no obeti ase. Because one till life we are here. Ade bia do beko depression. Ade bia do beko because wa wo bakura wa no kura betuma mo nya depression.
Okay. Yeah, that was.
Awade betimi do akom. Business betimi do akom. Eti but wo be hye wo ho den wo. Wo na be hye wo ho den.
Okay.
Wo mom na be heal wo first. Ansa kwa na waje obi advice a waje.
Okay. Eva, me who say Eva wa mount. Eva, this also about sasu bi na me fra because what you won sani fi so a na wa yera. Into Eva mount sasu na me hu na me fra obi why. There you go. Okay, I see you. Eva, hey, producer, I think say me co-host oh. Me on mute no. Producer on mute Eva why now Eva answer the question real quick. Eva, Tell us where you're calling from and also your question. First, let us know who you directed the question to, whether it's Funny Face, KWAKU MANU, or Dr. Phil.
Thank all of y'all. Munyina.
Okay, go ahead.
Pachomidin the Eva, no Germany right now. And the more Kenyana, I see myself in it. But one question the person me busani said, can unforgiveness also lead to depression? Because I saw in Funny Face a lot of anger, a lot of unforgiveness. As an ebufotion mu pa even a man for a mobo no nebufotion mu towards them. Into a money bekasa kasa bebre ema odi omu nyina atem nyina. So was it he felt rejected by these people that helped him?
Okay.
The person busa say bi awan fa but before show mo and also betime e de cause depression nana.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. KWAKU MANU, answer question. We are not funny now. Phil at the end.
Okay. Okay. And it me do power.
Boniface.
Now, sabre we bounce so cry the side depression the money yet tight pie bra. And now for phobia you ama. And now for phobia be a wokra wa bo mo pen. Ebia now for phobia di asema to so. Ade ba kwa pike ya pass it said ye would obi free Ghana ababruchi no be disappointed. Oh, said that didn't he? Say the asset you could have go so. Do the beer. Say ye knew one now. Ye town, see, and you told me some swat, and look depression ye can see because moment here and the social media ba. Moment here, what you say we told them, Chronoco page, you say, one recording will be so social in the media, no so no. I don't know video first, and I be can. But before Munti, me say, there be an depression at you.
Okay, yeah, that's
as 1 year when you are fasting, no bomb pay a dear tear with fear for being for na do and you say, the papa could be able for your idea better so the way to bomb pay kuno, our wardroom. I didn't on the Bible Boko, a business I want to say.
Yeah, that's it. Funny Face.
Before Lydia,
Funny Face. Boniface, Boniface, one for Bonyancha, it's me leading to depression now.
I would say not Boniface per se, but betrayal.
Betrayal.
Yeah.
And so betrayal. Obi betrayal. I want one from the Bonnie and Chen and they show woman.
Exactly.
Yeah. But what's that? Betrayal. No. In my case, Eva, are you listening?
Yes.
Oh, did you say yes, sweetie? Oh, Eva.
Yes, please.
Oh, yes, please, mom. That's what yes, sweetie. Sweetie sounds good. Do you know why you go and tell your parents? Oh,
Funny
mommy,
Face.
I'm dead.
Funny Face. Answer the question.
Maybe, mommy cousin. Doctor Baka chose there. He says, "Be a therapy, mommy. It's mommy feeling free." Doctor Phil.
Yeah, no, you're true, but sometimes to also redirect it or set limits.
Oh, Debbie, me come on you. Me come on. Me partner say, Senko can say, yesterday, like Fanisenka ye date here. No go catch in the bush and first to say, many funny in a date you. Niba pan back and say, boy, we obabe we true. Okay, let's go to the Eva.
Yes, sir. What's someone?
What's this? I not say yes, sir. Betrayal, I won't say there are some betrayal beer. You can forgive, but it cuts deep into your veins. What I
understand it, Pam.
So in your quest to forgive, you can't forgive easily. Then the more time passes, you become extremely bitter about it.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I think in some way, yes, it can.
Okay.
It can. Depression.
For the questions in the door, so mama, so the way you quick, my Dr. Phil.
And Dr. Phil, how does it affect your mindset?
Eva, Mr. O, only only one question because the questions in the door, so Mr. O.
Sorry.
Yeah, Mr.
O. Eva, you can chat me privately, okay? I'm a therapist. I will talk to you.
Phil, yeah, go.
No, I think they answered the
That
question.
be
And so
Phil
in the
be
interest
ba.
of time, no.
Kwaku men see the trust the raho answer na
PK,
funny face dem na.
Daddy, PK, Yabeka school na me
Yebeka sisia. Yebeka sisia. Yebe possible.
me ya 1-to-1 to the Wadaroma.
Aye, Yebeka sisia. Funny face is so kind now. O ye anything Yebeka sisia. Okay. Phil, Franco Bin say, is this problem's hereditary?
So there are certain conditions that yes, heredity, genetics. So there is the nature versus nurture, right? Your wabosu, any wawusu. And baby or my baby or betina and baby a experiences be a go through it be affected. But baby or so a na a wolfie. Nti no na ya say so kware busa say and that's a busa fi krodo because they may be old ma efi ebusuanim. But let me also add say so that hypertension so it could be hereditary, diabetes so e wo fie bi mu, asthma enso wo fie bi mu. Nti no let's not limit it to just mental health conditions. But that's
Okay. Ana o nya be ma Pastor Komna Lems say sell the studio and buy a network wasrewo. Also and they say I need Kweku menu number. Kweku menu's number. Okay. Dennis Awuku I say God bless you. This program is educative. Dennis Awuku yada wasepa. And I for say I thought we are asking questions. Yes, you're asking questions. Mr. Momo Johnny, if it's a startups and family link na sana, as well as HRTV family link so. Samuel and Lydia say a little bit of madness is helpful in one's life. Hey, as I'm not critical.
me patcho Debbie. The word madness nankasa no is
It's derogatory.
right, therefore, but then if you say there are some a year, a bit of it is okay. A bit of anxiety is okay because it can help you prepare for certain occasions, events, and stuff like that. But then, there are some conditions you can use it positively, and as the symptoms, can be used positively. But the word in the moment, of course, is not carried.
Okay, you better ask do that question very quick. Ni akoye quick question break ni abeka school na asem no because of network no. Pastor Lim say, how do you differentiate between mental health symptoms and spiritual episode?
Bro, now maybe physical, into whom the just on be whom.
Okay, my moves up quick so be one.
But when it comes to mental health and spiritual or not, right? Sometimes people always associate what they cannot explain to spirituality. But the fact that you cannot explain does not mean so that the professionals cannot explain. So in either way, whatever your intentions are, whatever you think it is, please go seek help. And as I also said earlier on, as you seek the physical health, also continue to pray or seek the spiritual help. And wherever or whatever it is, you are tackling it both ways. I will not say yeah backward nature backward. No. Anna, right now it's because we are doing a public education and I don't know the level of everyone on here and I wouldn't want to go into symptomology when money is physical, when money is spiritual. I'm sure you are not a bit and they may take it either way.
Okay. And iPhone Busa, are you taking in a new patient? And I say
yes, we're licensed in the state of Ohio, so
okay. All right. Kweku, can you give us the symptoms between Sebia Obienya episode that's where the and that's where your mental health symptoms? Kweku Temenka.
Okay.
Yawa insusuye da honma obi react abeka se we de eye honhom and we possessed by honhom and I say bia we mental health episode.
Yeni ekro mi ade even kra abrofo no kra nim sa ade we say. Ya won kofo bebre wo abrochi on beka no kra we ya kire. Oko hospital otimi doctor wo hoyi. Ya wo bi wo ma more than be say 1 to 2 years. E bi kra no mu hu ne ya de be bia de kra ye ha no. Ye twe ne moja ye de ne hye machine mu. Ye bu okra minim si ye twa wedie ne bi di kohye ba bi o ye hwa wo junsom ye hwa wo toilet mu. Ade ne how ba doctor kra hu ade kra ha wa. next dey ade biem na be hwehwe so what you
Sunsun.
say e sunsuma sem na e sa hwehwe won so side because me boss bi a na ni nua wo e ko sa te bi anim but omom believe sa yes obi sunsuma sem omom besi na nyom nyini omonyini ama omu nua ba akoko problem mu ba ko problem no omo de ko hospital kama pani ade boarding bi omo wo bi omo wo ni bi ba wo ne pani na acha be 1 week 2 weeks no ade aduro ni tin ani so a pike onya dan kro bewe
Funny face twaso funny face twaso
what's it there
onya dan obewe na funny face started so all sere
so no oh that me coming come on na me
the word we abemu no obeto aso
oh that be only the say no market na no worry obi we dan na dia wo we to away there won hwe what you say
koku for no see na video friends high school there
okay ana me hu ye na me ka chen say I didn't tell me young come my vida because minim say a basic kasem dia mo ye perfect omo try mo best but o ma nya ndi kopem da a year higher and omo frame pike obeje di say from da ye call mama vida ho no ade na amabiem bisine.
Okay, so that falls under spirituality no.
Yes. Oh, until ade bu o ma one ko hospital ko hwe na tie the doctor eka because on na check o physical ba wo hwe condition na wo nua ne go mu no a eye worse ano de mesra wo say pe eno ka because utimi nkonya honam ana honam so ntimi nkonya sunsum sanity.
I think say what case is sunya Dr. Phil ka beginning no. Solomon Mensa Asabiani Owusu Andy Meframo very soon. Mama ye quick time then quick commercial break. Abdul Nasser say I'm late. And immigration was last week. And Shepherd is dying. Why Abuaji say PK why you doing this to Kwekume? Menye Kwekume no show. And Dorothy Smitakwa say funny. Come for Dorothy, S.A. Kelewele. I'm finding it right now. Funny if it's wow, I'm coming here also. Okay. Yeah, call for quick commercial break. Yeah, but I'm half it there. But before that, me come with you says I will pay a dime AC and up a dime I rent it East Legon, Pokwasi Ajenga no. Feel good homes and I make come for now. Or 4-bedroom houses here, air cost or kama. It is a open dine. Please. Feel good homes for number E plus 1513 3725758. So na o boase anase bia wo nkran na se opese wo gi nice dan e wo boase a producer Mr. for flying to so my opese wo gi nice dan e wo friend so oboase a kwakume no e ye for amount. Now also pedan so ewa Accra na say East Legon Hills a 4-bedroom house kama feel good homes and I make come from our plus 1513 372 5758. Ye share quick video we ye bapen on afa de ne ho bia ye da to aso ye da masem.
Hey, Kwaku menu, what can you answer them? Hey, Abuati, what funny mem? Jana mubeti maye, guess what? It's the funny face Kwaku menu senior high school tour. Mental health and saying no to drugs. All senior high schools in Ghana, youths, we only have our life to live. We don't need to make mistakes. Some of us have made some mistakes and we are using it to advise the youth. The mistakes we made, we don't want you to repeat it. Okay? So we are coming to you to educate you, entertain you, pick up talents from senior high schools as well. Entertainment prefects, please call this number 0241 363798. Very necessary to book your place. First come, first serve.
drugs. Kwaku men only funny face. Mun trying again in a days high school toy by ne fa by NSA and the cover by NSA and what are you guys planning to achieve from this high school tour? No? Yeah, the best shall see if Kwaku men one.
Hello, Kwaku.
Kwaku you ready? Funny kasa.
Okay, sorry. So basically, what we're trying to do is that we, like I said in the ad, some of us have made some mistakes with certain things we did, and it did not end as well. You understand? I for one went through depression, but I went to smoke weed too. You understand? I went to smoke weed, one joint. I remember last year, and it made it worse. You understand? So in my case, it's more or less like the very things I did, and some of them saw it on the internet. I just want to use it to advise them to stay away from drugs. And also when they are going through some they feel like they are going through depression, I give them the signs of depression, like loneliness, always wanting to be alone, when you lose interest in some of the things you love doing. And the basic things about depression, they should talk to somebody, they should seek professional help, they should talk to the professionals, people who know much about what they are going through. And also, like I said, they should stay away from drugs, because I did it. I went to smoke weed and it didn't help me. What I say. So I'm using my experiences to tell them to stay away from certain things that I did that did not go well for me. And so with kids, they saw like most of them grow up with me with chocolate trotro. They grew up with me with chocolate trotro. So they relate to me more on the basis say, oh, yenimakwawe or cosadi we.
But
So today,
funny face, some crowd started Fikira first, right?
yes. I started somewhere. Yeah,
Trade fair,
99.
trade fair. I think so that's where I
Yes,
first met you. Trade fair.
yeah, 1999. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I later bought Children's Park.
Yeah.
You understand? So the very things that we did that didn't help us, we want to use it to advise them to stay away from them, and also seek professional help when they are going through something. Because sometimes what I went through and came back, somebody might go through and will never come back. So it's just like we're using our experiences and what we've been through to advise them so that they take care of their future. They take certain decisions that will make them have a better future than some of us, than
Okay.
what we did. That did not end as well.
Okay. Kweku Abana. Kweku. Oniono. Okay, Dr. Phil, what do you have to say about the high school tour, mental health, and say no to drugs? You know, your worst in addition to it. Now for the Yanko question and answers. So.
No, I think it's a very good initiative. We started from high school, no crampo, more, because once you're like
a preventive stage,
right, and then also when you are lighting that group, so now, they can never be and get into places too. Also a bit my educated, and no more for them, no, right? And once you target that group, it's much easier. And as you say, they are more open-minded, therefore that education can go further. But say Ebane say ekoye o de ko target emrewana.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, o de ko target emrewana na nkokra na omuna ya na their minds are formed and stuck in certain ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's very difficult to really redirect them. But then the target group no mafano are very good. And also if you look at drug use in Ghana now, it's getting worse. I said we know about
No.
something very last me who said for quite there and some group will be so yes say no to red. And I said red means stop, right? Because some of these drugs,
I like that theme, the theme near catchy.
Yeah, it just keeps coming on the market and then it keeps getting worse for these young ones. And thank you very much for the initiative.
Well, there are several kind of. I mean, I like the fact that it's talking about the universal, selective, and indicated target populations. which will really get to it. Like you said, wait back of two for so I'm moving to a but this time around you are hitting the main target. No, make I say maybe Parliament in Tokwa see one man not omoko Tokwa. My maybe Bedra say Uncle Yaro no more high school, you two before someone is who not Wenja, no, and when I bet na Parliament on Maboko Tokwa. So yes, it plays a major role. Yebeko Neyako really committed to be Solomon will be first. I think it's Solomon after Solomon not Asabia wo then also Andy and as I say Oba Ababeka ho. Until we'll start from Solomon very soon. Very soon. Better say, and I say better be it you Pachofache me Mabodinia. Or see, I had a concussion. At times lose voice when speaking. Initially I felt shy to let people know things were getting worse. So I owned it and let people around me know my situation. It's so unfortunate some of them were not sympathetic and at times laugh. Wow. I'm still working on it and hope to get better. We should support people in such situations. Wow, that's very deep. And we will be waiting to welcome Funny Face to the state, and I hope it's soon. And this is from Miami, Nyabema Finney House Barnes, all the way from Kentucky. Okay. Solomon Mensa, unmute yourself. Tell us where you're calling from and your answer. Mr. Moba. Kwekumenaba. Solo hold on, right? Solo hold on. Kwekumenaba. Kwekumenum. Ya bought video no for high school tour no. Can you tell us the initiative no how our initiative ne ba ya ne mo pesa mo achieve with that Funny Face account there Dr. Phil so they need their pay so and then our for high school tour no. Kweku menu nkasa. Kweku temenka. Okay, solo. Okay, Kweku menaba. Kweku menaba. Kweku, yes.
Baby, I'm on me off kakra.
Kweku, chewadwene on your friend is say high school tour no. Kweku yente wanka. I think when you're off into the network so ethical. All right, Solomon, unmute yourself. Solomon Mensa, let's try be free fee. No question.
Mute. Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Solomon Mensa, and I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. So I have two questions. I know we don't have much time, but whichever I get answered, I will be grateful. So
the make us a busa one in here will pan no busa no why, Mr.
Bajo. Me suffer from functional neurological symptom disorder, depression, anxiety, insomnia, PTSD, and major depressive disorder. Whenever I run out of medication, it gets worse. The last episode, I was even hospitalized at a psych hospital for almost 8 days, and I only realized after the second day. So my quick question was, the first question was going to Dr. Phil. So like I said, the other one is to Kweku, but if they are unable to answer, doctor can answer me. In the near future, I'm planning to relocate back to Ghana. So with that being said, can they help me with any practical ideas that if I'm out of medication, I will be okay?
Yeah, there are facilities in Ghana for which they can continue your medications, except that some of the brand names may be different because there are some medications that we use here and then they don't have the exact brand name, right? But the generic name in there. And as the key ingredients of the medications that make it what it is, yes, they will have a similar one over there to be able to treat. So it shouldn't be a problem. But in any case, you might want to establish, especially if you are going to establish in Ghana, you might want to establish care first, right? And then let them know what is going on, the medications and all that. Then they can work on it prior to you relocating.
Oh, okay. That's very smart.
And then also before you do you let your providers here in the States know, and then they can give you maybe 90-day fill, right? Like 90-day supply.
Mm-hmm.
Then at least it will last you for a while whilst you get established over there.
And to add
quick one, Dr. Phil, I know that at the same time may sound so traumatic brain injury. And then
Mhm.
I've been having a memory deficit, but anytime I'm who me provider bian, they always make it look like, oh, with depression or F ending or an air causes. Are you being a doctor? Do you think say me knowing say I'm having memory deficit because of traumatic brain injury, but my providers are telling me that, oh, now it's because of your mental health, and you being a professional, what do you have to say about it?
I always say I'm not too hung on the diagnosis, but the cause and the treatment,
Okay.
right? So labeling it as this causing it, for me is not the biggest thing. More so, what is causing it, and then how can we treat it? Those are the
Okay.
two important
Phil,
things.
your time, Nintin. I want to get to everyone.
Thank
Nintin.
you.
Also says Solomon. Let's take it offline. Na bibia anko so kama why. Another thing is also say in case you have tricare, so I find hospitals or Ghana or more tricare. Don't do it me aboa. Na bibia go through and whatever medical insurance are where transferable in Ghana. So iPhone. I was about to tell you to put your hands up because apparently also do one month also, but I never saw you first. Nintin. Unmute yourself. Tell us where you're calling from and quick question I will. Sir, if it's for Funny Face, Kwekumenu or Dr. Phil, just state their name and just ask the question. We are not also not
Okay.
over.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alice, and I'm calling from Long Island in New York. And my question is going to Doctor. So, postpartum depression, does it heal on itself, or you have to get treatment at some point? And what is the
So,
main thing that can help with postpartum depression so you don't get to a point that you will need a medication or a therapy? Thank you.
mhm. So you already diagnosed it, and I wonder who diagnosed it for you. Because it may not be postpartum depression, it may be postpartum blues. So there's differences, right? So they go through some stages. So it could be postpartum blues, postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis. Timeline is part of the diagnosis. The symptoms is part of what determines which one from the other. The question is, and then Mayor, first of all, try to get some help around you. Because if one my lack of help can do that. If one soon the hormonal changes after the birth, may be a cause. If it's hormonal changes, then you will need a professional treatment, right? Where there will be that treatment, where your hormones can be balanced. Also, if it's more so like lack of help, lack of association, lack of people around you, and then feeling low and all of that, then getting people around you may be able to help to where you don't have to get to the main depression where you need medication or therapist.
All right. Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Andy, please unmute yourself. Tell us where you're calling from and direct who the question is going to. I from Mr. Rafa on Sunday to my why. Actually, Andy, Asabia came before you. Sorry. Asabia, where Asabia saw you around. Asabia, please unmute yourself and tell us where you're calling from.
Your friend Masabia Mekasafri, Maryland.
Okay, who is your question going to?
My thing is your question person me person me bo KWAKU MANU abaso. Na I think that me share some years back, but me say can be any say manje ne number iti chance you are menya no. Me dana so say funny cause a crisis ni mu no. Otimi show ni mu ma sisi an bibia ye pepepe. Na me person me di bibi kakra kan about if I be a question be say unforgiveness etimi ma obinya depression and as a mental health issues and yes so kakra me beka ho ni say woni obi wa asem na say wo feel say wo hu nipa no wo yemu be hye wa be pa choko nipa ne ho na woni ne nka na asundue embra dan say unko nipa no unka nche na afa uhu nipa na wubuefu nipa no de onam ho nimpo se bibi ye den ekoso but
Okay.
wo na wo de asem na hye wo how it's what platform ni su nyina
Okay.
no se wo no bi wo teach
Asabia, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's on network and so acting up. Oba, Mr. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself and tell us
yeah.
where you're calling from and your question, please. Yeah, pay your time in the hunting, but Shama and the snappy way.
Okay. Hi, PK. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Patrol from Alba. I'm calling from Worcester, Massachusetts. I know that Funny Face and Kwekumenu mentioned say they are on tour doing, I guess, bringing awareness. My question is, and you'll be able to me afford professional counseling or help. What measures are being set in place for the average Ghanaian who cannot or does not have access to a healthcare professional to talk to?
So this is for Funny Face, right?
For either one of them.
Okay, so mutu ni anyom sisi so Funny Face mu ni the feel.
Yeah, so when it comes to treatment, right, it's just the same for all kind of treatments. Some may not be able to afford their hypertension medication, but they do need help. The thing is, reach out. That is the first thing. Reach out, and then if somebody can help you, they can. And I don't just mean say somebody you know. Call hospital order, mamu's or yare, and then let them know your situation. If there are any resources that they can pull for you, then they will. But then if not, and it just sit there a bad day. At this point, there are some NGOs, there are some organizations that may be able to help you, but then I don't have a list handy that I can really present, but reach out and then there'll be resources.
Okay.
But Dr. Phil, I think my question was regarding Omotuana or Moyeno. Are they doing anything as far as, because yes, it's one thing to educate the kids, but are they talking to the school itself to say, Bia, or someone to help? They should be able to appoint somebody who can serve as a counselor, as a therapist, a could be more. They should be, because I chrono, minjin this or Ghana, do you understand? Like, Minjindi said, people have time. The teachers even have time to say, so, and then so if they're doing this as an awareness, come on, try to also implement that.
About whether Mr. Alpha me time Nintendo no. I think your point has been made.
It's a point well made, and
I wish you said not a Funny Face will have him say to answer that, because her point to know be very good, not to just educate the youth, but try to incorporate some preventive measures, be one an initiative, be to the school.
Exactly, that's my point.
And that is the point I wanted to make. When you play the video, I had some recommendations, but of course I have their contact, so my intent was to talk to them directly instead of raising it here, because
that was the point of doing this synergy.
And the other thing also is that there are certain things that will be beyond the pay grade of the two of them.
Yes.
Right. And we also have to be mindful, but
all right.
There are certain things that they can also add.
Also, Andy, but your baby, I'll free na quick one. Why, Michelle?
Oh, okay. Like I said, for Canada. Now come a question in a comment. KWAKU, and it's on also free sheet. They can me pen a number. Serious now. Me brother, me papa kuma baako face the same challenge. They na ko hospital sa o Kumasi. Nanka KWAKU minya KWAKU number nanka me na kasa no.
Okay, so join the HITV WhatsApp chat link now. Now message me wahadam. Maybe responding to you DM me nav them with the number that my why.
Oh, okay.
All right, but that's it. Kwame entry, Mr. Che, baby, tell us where you're calling from and also your question.
All right, thank you for granting me this opportunity. Me Free Canada, Ottawa. About question, I'm saying, lady, no, beside about Niama or more in place about a crow or more go through such problems, Well, I was into teaching. I was with Ghana Education Service before traveling. And the fact is, at the secondary school, teacher training colleges, and then even junior high, or more guidance and counseling coordinators.
Okay.
Yeah, they are there purposely to handle these kind of cases.
Okay.
I think say wait, Kwakumenu motor no. Said the doctor there are other things we can't just talk about them on air. But I know say with the help of doctor and other professionals, they will put those things in place and then it will be better.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So for opinion Thomas also asante. Mr. O question the quick one, my patcho. Che baby, I'm free.
what I quick, me free Texas. I am quick. Na me be ko Ghana and me be say me kwa ka be ko hwese betimi abo almost me join the one team na. It's na me be say me hu time kro me be ye no.
Okay, Pastor.
Akra me nim na ka me de akoboa.
Okay, Pastor. Also, so that's also my friends psych therapist. So the beboa. Into yankasa offline. Why?
All right, okay.
All right. So, Phil, Kweku Varden has a question for you. What is the best therapy for depression and anxiety?
So there's something called cognitive behavior therapy, CBT. That is the best one.
Okay. Ahmed Apia says there is no such thing as being possessed by demons or spiritual illness. Okay, Ahmed, that is your belief. Ebimusu believe otherwise. So let's go ahead and understand that. Again, please, joining the HITV WhatsApp platform for the topics and discussions and stuff like that, as well as the Friends of Tatapsen WhatsApp platform to discuss anything that has to do with WhatsApp, anything that has to do with Tatapsen. Mr. Wamfache, time meeting is like I'm trying to rush in. On my hand, say interesting meeting about mental health. On my hand, I say Daniel Edubuachi says you can have specific explanations for most things, but if science cannot solve it, then please seek spiritual understanding and solution. I totally agree with you, Daniel. Bernice say, hi, Funny Face. I thank God for your life. In fact, I'm really happy for you. But Funny, menewo nkomo. Please drop number if that's okay with you. Thanks. Bernice, join the HITV WhatsApp platform now. And when you message me over there now, I'll talk to you backdoor. And if he's okay with it, I will just give you his number as well. So for Penny Lemse say, when is the high school tour? I am willing to be a part of the team. Pastor Rebecca backdoor. Then Abna say, to piggyback on Asabia's comments, what if the person you have a problem with do not want to talk to you about the situation? What should be done in that case? Feel good.
So one proposal on Kasa, then what else can you do? Just as the book of Matthew, okay, I don't know if all of us are Christians, but it's also proven otherwise, like if you're not Christians. You reach out to somebody else. Like I reach out to you, you decline. I reach out to somebody else, you decline. At that point, we just move on. But the thing is, I have to always heal myself.
Okay. All right. I think so. There's one more message. Hey, message no does some. Just not come back up. W, hold on. Producer, I'll say my Missy Biana. You have a hand up for a long time. No, I've already called Andy. He went and came back. I think it was on the Andy Akasa. Andy talked from Canada. Producer. All right, I think so. That's all the question. Andy Akasa from Canada. I think so Eddie had a question from Canada. That concludes today's questions. No, Ebusiafo say if Shini Obioma Phil meaning say obetime take one more question and from an answer and welcome. Say by 8 o'clock that you have to jump off. But if media obetime take one more question.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay, it is obi one more question now be bounce so and I say be one more 2 questions no. Now opese we busa second question now Mr. This is the time you can go ahead and ask that and yes idea will wrap up and just turn over into the Q&A session with Tatapsen. But if you do have a second question, please raise your hand. And I say if umbusa question, that's our question. I'll rather give you the audience first, then you ask your question. And whilst we're waiting, Phil, please, how can people, contact you? Apart from Feel Good Services, no? Is there any other means people can contact you?
feelgoodservices@gmail.com is the easiest way. If you want, like, mostly psychiatry services now, then you can look at our website, Stepping Stone Medical Psychiatry. Okay. Medical and Psychiatry.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Pastor Lem said, this is very educative. Unfortunately, I have to leave to attend to a client. May the good Lord bless you for this wonderful enterprise. Stay blessed. At this point, Ebema Director, Ebema I'll be signing out with you if there is no more question. Director Danny and answer A-class, Momubia or available bia, my sign out message. Now, I feel the live partner, and I said the live session on every area.
Ebusiafo yɛda mo na wase someone atena ababisi sa emre. This note will say thank you very much to our dear brothers Funny Face KWAKU MANU and also Dr. Phil for coming up to educate us on mental health and ɛne deɛ ɛkeka ka ho ɛdam ase paa nyame hyira mo na ɔnkɔ so nto so pangu deɛ moyɛ bia ɛso. And let's take this aspect sɛ dɛ Dr. Phil ɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu no obi yare diabetes obi yare sickle cell and the rest a yɛnka ho asɛm ɛmfa saa yare ne din no ɛmfrɛ no nti nso na yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ yɛayɛtaa yɛ sɛ ɔwɔ de wabɔda wada wɔayi ne adade no yɛntwa ne yɛnte so ɛntimi ɛmmoa ɛnhyɛ ɔmo so ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔmo recover no so ɛnkran ɛdam ase pii yɛme nhyira mo.
All right.
Okay.
That's it. So Cyberno, I want to say big thanks to all our viewers for showing up and showing out and asking all those good questions just for us to educate ourselves on. Very soon we're gonna be having a whole section about mental health, and that will be just with Dr. Phil to walk us through all those process and programs that we need to know. And again, producer will drop the flyer real quick. I'm the lower third real quick for you to just know how to contact Feel Good Services every day. Basically, say if this is your first time come to the show, that is the first commercial and I say sponsor we talk about when it comes to your show. No, but when it comes to Feel Good Services, when it comes to mental health education, that will be the first one for you to know. So contact them at feelgoodservices@gmail.com. Producer, mommy, there you go. No, that's the first one. So Feel Good Services will be with Dr. Phil to help walk you through every process, every concept they have. In case you're looking for a motivational speaker, a mental health educator, contact them at feelgoodservices@gmail.com. The email is bold on the screen, and it's my producer, the Tosobound, just in case you're looking for it. And then beyond, if in case you want to have, you did not catch it, you're driving, you couldn't write down the information, join the HITV platform. When you join the HITV platform, where we discuss topics that we want to see on our honorable platform, HITV, on the show Time with Tatapsen, just message me, say, hey, PK, I will just DM you and just give you the information that you're looking for. And also to make sure you join the Friends of Tatapsen platform, and any questions or concerns that you have concerning Tatapsen, you can ask them over there. Thank you guys very much. I know the time is up, and I want to say big thanks to KWAKU MANU, even though with the through the adversity of all the network issues and funny face, even the time difference, and still making time out of your busy schedule to join us and discuss this with us. It's very, very appreciative on this side. And big thanks to Feel Good, even having another session at 8 o'clock or something else to do at 8 and still make some time to just join us to be a part of us. Those of you who called from Germany, UK, Canada, and basically wherever you're calling from, and you're not having the same time zone as us, we are very grateful. We are very grateful. And this is on behalf of myself and the production team, Nana Lord, Nana Kwesi White Dots, A-Class, Danny. We say thank you all. God bless you. And see you guys next week for another prolific show right here on HITV on Time with Tatapsen. God bless you. And at this point, we're going to log off on Facebook and YouTube, HITV, and also Tatapsen Ghana. But please join us on Zoom as we talk about Q&A session with Tatapsen. It's going to be very awesome because any issues or concerns that you have with Tatapsen, if your app is not working, if you have any issues with your app, or even if you have something good to say about Tatapsen, please, this is where you join the Zoom link and ask the questions. And this is run and led by Uncle Jimmy. Thank you guys very much. God bless you. See you next week. My name